What up, what up, what up? Twan, I got your shirt on, dog. I'm supporting you. I'm supporting your shirt. This is the old shirt you sent me. My eye don't look too bad. I'm starting to get back right. Thank you, Willie Brown and Joyce Brown and Jesus for this gator skin I got that you can set it on fire and it bounce back the way it do. But I want to thank everybody who joined my YouTube page and who supported and shared the link. I will be going live with Antoine Walker tonight. I'm so excited about that because that brother, man, he helped me get through a lot of stuff. He know a lot of personal stuff about the kid, and he's not one of those guys that will just say they don't agree. That's not him. He's gonna say, I disagree with you and here's why. So it's never gonna be a moment where you just are confused about his position. So I always call him and bounce things off of him because, I just respect his opinion. That brother come with it. So hopefully we can have one of those conversations that we have in private and try to bring it to the forefront, because I think there's not a lot of men having these conversations and being honest about their frustrations. I'm talking about from everything. I call 20, man, I'm going crazy, my baby mama tripping, You know, I just get that man up advice because I grew up in a household that was lacking that fatherly advice. So that's why I had a mentor. So I got it then. But my household, every disagreement usually ended with a physical altercation. So I always lean more towards asking men that I see that go out in the real world and they handle situations in a way that it should be handled, opposed to what I was taught and how to handle the situation. So, and then imagine getting drafted after that where you can't touch anybody. So it was a lot of situations. I'm sitting looking at dudes like, you just don't know. I wish I could get a hold of you and nobody know. But that's not the way to go. And me being 38 years old, how you doing, Miss Renee? Me being 38 years old and being a grown man and having a child of my own, in which I'm proud of. He's definitely not a troubled teen. What's up, KQ? He definitely not Avante, Charles. He definitely not a troubled teen. He's a kid that he's headstrong, but he definitely listens. He's trying to become this thing called a man, and I'm trying my best. How you doing, Carrie? I'm trying my best to be the best father that I didn't have. So I'm not too proud, or I'm not too man enough to say that sometimes I can lean on to another brother who have what I didn't have, who have what I don't have, which is he has a family, he's raising up. I know it's hard, but he's still there. He's a husband. All of these things, I lean towards guys like that, because if that's the thing that I'm trying to do and I want to do, there's nothing wrong with saying you need help and that you're trying to get some guidance from brothers that's already doing it. I think some men compete entirely too much, and I compete, but at the same time, I'm smart enough to know when somebody else, maybe that's their field and they can help me, and that helps my growth. So how you doing, sis? That helps my growth. So, and congratulations to Marcus Baker. He just finished the book. And I know a lot of people, when we had our little Zoom conversation, a lot of people can't do that. They can't still not agree with somebody and then still support them. And still, I'm going to read the book because I want to know that other opposite end of the track. That's going to help me with my growth. So if we're going to talk this Wakanda thing and we all together, then we got to actually walk it. Writing a book is hard. I'm trying to write a book right now. So the fact that this brother he's on his second one, I can give props where props is due. So I think you guys should go out and support his book, and I'm going to support it. And let's get him to the number that he said he wanted. He wanted 1,000 books. I mean, if everybody go out and buy a book, he should be way past 1,000 books. So, and even though we don't agree on certain topics, you can still support somebody in things that they're trying to do. And I think that's an art that's lost. We have one conversation with somebody, and then because of that conversation, you write a person off. To me, that's crazy. But I'm definitely excited about the conversation with 20 because, like I say, I've seen this brother in different stages, and I've seen where he worked before, and I see where he worked now, and he's asked me different things on how I view him, and I've opened up. If you're gonna be that honest with me and open up with me, then I gotta open up with you. So, like I said, he knows some of the personal situations. I'll share one with you because I didn't think he knew I would probably say this one, but at one point I called 20. I was so frustrated with all the child support situation and going to court. I'm like, dude, I'm signing my rights over. And I was so mad. I said, I know you don't agree, but I don't give a shit what you think. But he let me have my little moment. And then he said, well, I definitely don't agree. But 20 is the type of guy, he can hear something that he don't agree with, but he's going to listen to, how did you get to this point? And a lot of people won't give a person that. If you sit down and listen to somebody, you might not agree with what they're actually saying, but it's a reason why they're at where they're at. So if you can get to why they're at where they're at, then you might can find a through line. Because I'm telling you, I told him, I said, dude, either I got to walk away from these children, and not in a sense that my address isn't changing, my phone number isn't changing. It's just the control with this courtroom, and you got to meet me here, and it got to be a certain time. And it's like, dude, that's corny. And so I was just like, I'm done, 20. I was like, man, my number's going to stay the same, or pay the child support, I'm signing my rights, fuck it. I was really at that point with all the bullshit, manipulation, and control. And I was like, dude, either I'm going to jail, I've been out punching my truck in front of cops, all kind of shit. Like, these are my children. So I done went crazy. So I just think that for my sanity, I was like, dude, I'm done. And he was like, man, I can kind of understand what you're saying. I still would wish you could figure out a better way, but I definitely understand. And it's just, I encourage a lot of men just to have those conversations with other men because, 3 of my friends right now, they going through the same thing. And it's like, with me, it's a different ball game because I'm talking about, they want the yo-yo, they want that leash on me. They want some money, they want to control, and not all, because I have some kids with a few women that are beautiful people. They don't argue. They just want you. They just want me to do the best job I can as a man to be around them and with my children. And so I salute and appreciate you two. But the rest of you, Lord Jesus, have mercy. But anywho, but those are the things that I go through, and I think 20 can, and people like 20 can understand it, that money don't fix all. A lot of people think in this life, man, I just need to hit the lotto. That's why they play the lotto every day. Man, I just need to get a little money. And I'm telling you, that shit will make your life worse sometimes. And so I just suggest if you can find this beautiful spirit to unlock being happy when you have less, then when and if you do get more, then it's only going to be a blessing. You're going to be able to handle that success, handle that power a whole lot better than just some fly by night, I'm going to get rich. Because I promise you, you're going to turn your life upside down thinking and focusing and worshiping on money. I never thought I would find happiness in planting a damn garden. I never thought that in a million years growing up where I grew up, I never thought I would find comfort in seeing something that I planted grow. And now I can eat this thing. But I do. I never thought I would find comfort in it being quiet. I used to love going to the club. I'm talking about, boy. And I know a lot of y'all don't see me in the club. I used to be turned. But once you get to a certain age and you start realizing, like, okay, I was turned at 18. I was turned at 25. I was turned at 30. Okay, I'm turned at 35. Okay, I'm 38. Like, goddamn, I'm realizing the pattern that ain't nothing really changing. I'm still turned. So it's like, where is this maturation process? Where is this growth? You know, and so now my turn is getting home safe. My turn is a nice restaurant and some good wine, and then we gonna come here and turn up. That's my turn. I'm not trying to do anything. Trouble is easy to get into, and now it's so. I think us men done got so sensitive. You can step on a nigga's shoe and lose your life. You know, you plant on going out dancing and having fun, but you done got your head blown off for stepping on the wrong shoe. So I like to stay home. Candace, you say the same here. My plants are everything to me. Absolutely. Absolutely. Like, I just don't get it, man. It's like we hate on each other so much. I don't get it. Like, and a lot of people, I got some people texting me, why you share this book? This, and that. I'm like, it don't matter about all that. I want to live in peace. And so my thing is, I could spend my time hating. I could spend my time being jealous or envious of somebody, or I can spend my time either doing what I'm doing, or and maybe some of the stuff they're doing can rub off on me, and vice versa. I just don't choose to spend my time and my good energy wasting it by being negative and hating on somebody. If you, like my cousin Kevin, he opened up a car wash in Brunswick. I don't agree with some of the stuff Kevin does. Me and Kevin have had disagreements in front of the whole family. He knows it, I'm being honest, but still, I took my truck there and supported his business because I ain't gonna waste my whole life arguing or fighting with somebody. I'm not gonna do that. And I think we have agitators that waste their entire day never trying to have a conversation to find that through line. It's just all about, I'm smarter than you, I'm better than you, or I went to this school, or I did that. And it's like, everybody is good in their own individual right. And you wouldn't want somebody else doing what you're doing to them for them to do that same thing to you. If these Asians start coming out and talking about their damn test scores and all the things that they do, we all would have to be quiet. So it's all about, to me, being respectful and being good at what you do. I don't feel like I'm gonna have a jealous bone in my body with nobody, because I'm gonna always try to find out what it is that I can do. I'm not gonna sit there and worry about what somebody else is doing. I can congratulate, I can move on, and just, I guess I lived such a rough childhood, and I understand how negative and how dangerous things can be, so much so that I just want to be peaceful. And the things that are going on that I see in this world, it sounded good for some of the things that we are trying to get accomplished, but the outcomes are not peaceful. And I always try to look at the outcome. I don't, these nice words and all these things, I want everybody to look at the outcome of what's going on. And the outcome is not pretty. Crime has gone up, murders and homicides and shootings are going up. So if that's the world that we're trying to live in, you got to ask yourself, is that better than where we were at 3 or 4 years ago? I don't think so. But I just see a lot of violence and a lot of, we say Black Lives Matter, but I'm afraid to say something that somebody don't like, because that's when they're gonna decide that my life don't matter. I've never seen a situation where you can't just disagree with somebody without wanting to shoot at them, without wanting to harm them. Like, okay, who do I think I am to where you have a disagreement with me, but now I feel like I gotta go get the strap because of some words? Like, that don't make no sense to me. So I don't understand what's going on, but I'm going to speak up about it, and I'm going to speak often. I'm not going to have a liar's tongue, because I think a lot of educators and a lot of people who are in positions of power, they are holding on to those positions of power rather than saying the truth, because the truth is going to make some of these people ruffle some feathers, and they're going to have to sharpen some iron doing that. And people don't like to be told the truth no more. It's the scariest thing to tell somebody the truth. If you skinny, I can't say you skinny because that's offensive. If you fat, I can't say you fat because that's offensive. If I'm tall, like, what the fuck? I don't understand what the world is coming into, because I want my son to be able to look me in my eye and tell me, some things that he feel, and vice versa. I want to be able to look my son in the eye and as a man say, hey, look, I'm proud of you and here's why. I think you're doing a good job. I don't want to have to lie to him and say, hey, look, I'm your dad, so I'm supposed to say this type of stuff, so I'm going to say you're a good kid. Like, no, you got to actually be that. Because at some point, the people that are out here doing it and busting their ass and living good, it's going to show. So I think we're participation trophying our kids in our society a little too much. Sometimes a little truth never hurt nobody. So I like to be around friends like 20 who don't just disagree just to disagree. Because there's some people that do that. I ain't gonna agree with nothing you say, nigga. I ain't no yes man. And it's like, no, I don't require that. I don't learn anything from somebody that do that. 20 and people like 20, BP, a couple other friends I got, they're gonna stop, take the time, tell you why they disagree, and then now I can do what I need to do with that information. Either I can receive it, learn a little something from it, or toss it to the side. But it's very seldom that you have a person that can communicate in that way, because we have gotten a lot of people into this this train of thought and this way of thinking that everybody just pretty much sound the same, because we're going off of what our favorite rapper like. We like what our favorite singer like, or we like who Kim K like. We can't like the person for what they do and what they bring to the table, but then question whatever ideology that they have, because that's the only way you're gonna really understand a person. You gotta give a little pushback on the way that they think. And then you will see if the way they think is from a positive way, or is it from, I didn't get something in life, so I'm gonna use this as a vessel or as a vehicle to get where I want. And that's what I see a lot going on. So I think this is gonna be a very good conversation. Let me read what's going on. Charles, you said suicide is going up as well. Absolutely, you're putting people out of work, you're making everything about race, but look at the outcome. You're telling us to cancel big businesses that are hiring, thousands and thousands of people. You want to cancel these businesses, but then you're going to be putting these people out of work. So is that really best for America? Is that really best for what's going on? When these people currently now are saying that that's not what they're doing, that's not what they're on, you're going to really fire all these people, because what is that going to do for you in real life? It's not going to help you by shutting down people who open up businesses and employ Americans. I don't get it. What does it say? Being happy and content in your own lane equals peace. Absolutely. If we build each other up, just like how strong our community can be, same as family, that's where it starts. Absolutely. I mean, I just think they keep distracting us with all the racial talk, that we don't actually take the time to strategize on what we can do when we're not talking about that. When we're not talking all this race talk, I see a lot of beautiful sisters getting in groups and starting to pool their money, and they're starting to do real big things. Because although they're fighting for the black cause and everything else, but they still going about doing their business. The ones who are just fighting and yelling and going for the black cause, but you ain't doing no business, put your goddamn hand down. I'm here to tell you, you got to still be trying to move forward. Otherwise, you just talking. And I'm not a guy that's going to do all that talking. I'm going to talk with you, but I got to see actions behind this talking. And if we really are going to truly be a people about peace and about all these things that we sound real nice saying when white folks put a camera in front of us, then we actually got to live it. Because my harsh reality of what I know about life doesn't reflect what you guys are saying. And that's what scares me. Growing up in the hood, we wasn't kumbaya. We didn't like the niggas right around the corner. We didn't like the niggas around the other corner. And they bet not came on our corner, and we bet not went on theirs. It was going to be a problem. So to say all of these things that we're saying in the media, and I live in a small town, and it was like that. Imagine being from California, Baltimore, New York, these bigger cities, that their hoods is the same way of what I'm talking about. You go right around the goddamn corner, somebody that look just like me and you gonna knock your head off. And y'all know that's true. So to sit here and fake kumbaya, I ain't gonna do the fake kumbaya. I stay around people that can see it from both sides and be honest. And not be afraid of backlash or be afraid of that. If you're afraid of backlash and you're a Christian, I thought you could do all things through Christ who strengthens you. So what you scared of? What you so scared of? Why you so afraid to say the truth if you could do all things through Christ who strengthens you? Somebody lying. So I'm not gonna live my life like that. I'm gonna be honest. And the honest truth is you can't tell me how life really works, because I've seen it from the lowest of the low to the highest of the high, and we don't do all this with condom. Look at all the shootings. You defund the police, shooting go up 200%. But we still saying defund the police. Like, it don't make no damn sense. And it's like our minds is hijacked now that as a community, we just say whatever CNN says. We just repeat the same talking points over and over. You have a conversation with somebody, oh, we got this, Trump is the reason why Trump. Huh? Wait a minute. Mayor Lightfoot in Chicago don't got nothing to do with Trump. Lady, what are you gonna do about these dudes letting off 60 rounds on your city streets? Trump ain't in Chicago, you here. What are you gonna do about 60 rounds laying in your streets at a funeral? We were kind and we respect each other so much that we shooting up the funeral. So come on, man, we gonna have to do better. We gonna have to call a spade a spade. That woman that is coming out, what's her name? She painted over the Black Lives Matter sign because she's tired of Black Lives Matter and these people with all this power not doing what you could be doing, which is stopping these jokers from shooting up in our streets the way that they're doing. That's not helping. That's only gonna get a gun ban on people like me who don't shoot in the middle of the streets. So that's what leads me to believe a lot of this stuff that we see going on is orchestrated by some people who want to control some things that they're not in control of. Because this don't make no sense. I don't care who's in office. Kids getting hit by gunfire while they're dancing for their mothers in the living room. Kids getting shot walking with their daddy. Like this, making a U-turn. Like this is going way too far. It sounded good. Black Lives Matter and all the stuff that they wanted to do, it sounded very good in the beginning. But the results are not so fucking good. And so the fact that we cannot admit that as a community, we can't say that, hey, I used to be with you, but if you're not going to march on innocent children dying, because at least for those days that you're supposed to be marching, I don't think people are going to be shooting in the street. But if you can't march for babies getting killed while they're dancing for their mother, while they're walking up the street, while they're playing in their yard, then I think everything you say after that is bullshit. And I can stand on it and I'll take whatever backlash that comes, because I can't sit for somebody who's saying one thing and sounding good, but then when you see kids get murdered, oh, I ain't got nothing to do with that. What? Like, that don't make no sense. And if everybody else don't have the kahunas to say it, I'll be the first to say, I think that woman who's painting over that sign is one of the most important women in the world right now. And she's a black woman. She is an important woman. You know why? Because these bully tactics that they use on one way, and because if that was a white woman who did that, she would have got a hate crime. So now it's a black woman that's giving a little pushback to what you're doing. In New York, you say there's no cash bonds, which I thought was asinine. You letting people out that do crimes, you letting them out with no bond, you putting them right back on the street after they get arrested. Okay, that's what I said. I couldn't wait for somebody with enough pair on them to push back and show them why lawlessness and why that does not work. So when that woman started painting over that sign and they said, okay, we're going to put Trump 2020 in the street, you know what they did? They covered that shit up. and the girl get let out. Every time she throw paint on it, you let her out. So not only are you showing, you proving that this way that you're doing doesn't work. Because if you think she's breaking the law, then she should be in jail. But because you said no cash bond, you can't even keep her in jail because of the bullshit you tried to do. So it doesn't even make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. And we should all be able to push back against anybody's ideal. That's the whole purpose of it being America. If you say Black Lives Matter, somebody shouldn't get fired or shot for saying all lives matter. That includes black people. So I don't agree with, I can call a spade a spade. And once you start oppressing people with your own bullshit, I'm going to be the one to say this is wrong. And I don't care who is hurting or is going against, that's wrong to do that. And I'm black, and that woman is black that's doing that. and they can't demonize her because she's a black woman. You can't really slam her and do all that aggressive shit. If my black ass go and do that, we know what's gonna happen to me. If I was to go to New York and paint over Black Lives Matter, I'm gonna get shot. We already know that. But that's a black woman. And you can't say shit about no black woman. So them white liberals, they going crazy. Oh Lord, what do? We can't expect her to do this. They probably trying to find something in her background right now to destroy her damn life. Because that woman is an important woman. And I hope she got people around her that can help protect her, because she is going to blow the cover off this hypocrisy. Because that's all I see going on is a bunch of hypocritical, I'm better than you because I'm nice, I'm down with you. And it's not even really like that. It's not like that. We're not really down with each other like that, so we need to stop this front. And if we was down with each other like that, it would be nothing for everybody to go locally and band together with whites and blacks and go down there and tell City Hall, tell them people downtown, the people that you elect in, the mayor, the city commissioners, we lockstep, we unified. This is what we want for our community, and let's get it. We ain't got to go way to Trump. We unified, black, white, Mexicans, everybody. This is what we want in our county and our city. Why we ain't doing that? Why the only thing some of these white people do is run up on black people and get them angry? If you really down for me and you really want me to have all these rights, let's unify, go lockstep, arm to arm, not to protest, but to go down there and tell them what we want. What do you see for my child's future? And help me get it. And I don't understand it. And yes, you're right, Renee. We are oppressing ourselves because when we start all this rioting and all this stuff, the smoking gun is going to be left in your hand. You black, we black. They going to leave the smoking gun right in your goddamn hand. And them people that came down from the suburbs to help you tear up your damn city and your downtown, when them businesses leave downtown, get where they going to go? Right back to their suburb. And as soon as you bring your black ass to their suburb, they going to be right out there with that shit that they trying to ban, the AR-15. We don't want you motherfuckers over here. So you better use your damn brain. I'm not with nobody who's going to divide people. That's right. Unity matters. I'm with an organization that's going to, at the end of the day, you want to bring people together. At the end of the day, the through line that I know that probably white people, Mexican people, Asian people, the through line is they probably want to live in peace just like I do. And the ones that don't want to live in peace, fuck them. We'll see them and we can figure that out. But the people who, as a mass majority, we all want to live in fucking peace. I don't want my son to be in here playing fucking Fortnite and somebody shooting because they crazy as hell and they think they doing the right thing, liberating America, but they only gonna get themselves killed and a lot of other people killed. I don't want one of them bullets hitting my damn son, and I know you don't either. So let's start getting back to the behavior. I watch behavior. I'm looking at what everybody's saying, but then when you look at the behavior of the people who's saying they want the most peace and equality, it don't look like they want peace and equality. It don't. So I just advise everybody to let's start really focusing on banding together. Let's not put your black cause over the American cause. Let's not put your white cause over the American cause. Let's try to understand that, yes, although we're trying to move forward as a black society and as a black culture, we still understand that there's some great white people out there that actually want the same thing for you. So you don't want to exclude those people with racist rhetoric talk from your end. You don't. Exactly. We all God's people united. I'm with you on that one. And some of the Christians are the main ones. You guys won't stand up for nothing really. Christians won't stand up to abortions. They won't stand up to anything no more. They just sit there quiet. And it seems like most of the Christians are lockstep with the Democrats. I'm not afraid to say that. It seemed like you guys, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, I'm not saying I'm 100% right. It just seems like it. You're with whatever society is saying, and that goes directly against your Bible. I don't understand. This seemed like the first Christian that's standing up. She's putting herself out there, and it's dangerous because in today's climate, I do get why people don't stand up no more. They're at risk of losing their job. They're at risk of losing their pension. They're at risk of losing their whole livelihood. So this is the true modern day test for the so-called Christian because they making y'all get down or lay down. Y'all can't say nothing. Y'all got to get down or lay down. And I'm Christian, but I'm more spiritual than Christian because I just don't believe in. Hey, anyway, that's my personal opinion. I'm more spiritual than I am a Christian. I have my personal connection with God, and I just think a lot of people, man, we got to start speaking up. Black, white, we got to speak up because we all in this thing called life that we are trying to live life peaceful. And what's going on right now is not peaceful. I'm watching the cities. You mean to tell me Chaz Zone can be all of America if these crazy motherfuckers get in office? Joe Biden said he's going to defund the police, and I watched Chaz Zone kill 2-3 brothers allegedly that look like me. So no matter what's going on, brothers are going to die. And the Chaz Zone look like a third world country. This is the shit that's going to come to America in every city. I used to live in LA in 2005, 2006. LA is a beautiful city. And I go back to LA like 2 years ago, a year ago, and the amount of tents and homelessness, I was like, Jesus Christ, it's crazy. Are you guys really paying attention to the results of what's being said? Are you paying attention to the results of the we gonna give you free this, free that, free education, free health care? Are you seeing the results on these streets? It ain't looking good. Majority of these big cities are turning into, I can't say shithole because y'all gonna say Trump. They're turning into really bad places. How about that? Can I say that? These cities are turning into really bad places. And I don't see why we can't see through it. So I just had to lay that on y'all. I'm definitely excited about my conversation with 20. I'm about to go to the city real quick. Did a little workout this morning because I'm a part of the Man Up Challenge, but I can't win none of the gifts. So I kind of got depressed for a little while, but I'm back on it. About to get me a little bike ride here in a second. And then get ready for me at 20 because that's all I'm thinking about, getting on this live with my boy. Because he gonna have some, it's not just about me. This brother, because a lot of times we can use that excuse that everybody ain't a Kwame Brown. And so I get it. Everybody ain't a Kwame Brown, but everybody is not you. Your individual self, you are the best version of you. So this brother has been, like I said, been through many stages of life. And if you want to say he's a regular person, he's a regular person who's very successful, who's doing his own thing. And I'm proud of him. So it's the live is at 6 p.m. tonight. It's going to be on my YouTube channel. I'll put it on Facebook too at 6 p.m., but you're going to have to come to my YouTube to watch it. You don't have to subscribe, but you can still watch it. But I would appreciate if you subscribe. And we're doing a promo. I'll promote it on there as well. Our promo is Bus Life, and if you go to the website, go to mybuslife.com, you can go to the Teesprings and you get 10% off on anything we got up there. So that's just for 24 hours though. After that, full price. But what's up, Sean? But yeah, who's this? Richard. Remember, if it gets hard to pedal uphill, you can always jump off, walk the bike down. Yeah, but I ain't gonna stop. That's the important. I get off and walk it, but I ain't gonna stop. And that's the beautiful thing about life. Shit, it can get hard, but you got to keep going. If you stop, you might think of some crazy things in your head, and you can do it. Whatever you let your mind believe, you can do it now. So it can go either way. If you let your mind get to that sunken place, you can do something you don't want to do to yourself or people around you. So no matter what I got going on in life, I try to be positive. And if that don't work, I just smoke me. Never mind. Anywho, these kids over here. Okay, Lisa, I see you there. Sean, what's up, my brother? Nothing much, man. Just trying to dodge this heat and this heat wave. I got me a little lift in about 7:30 this morning. And so now I got to get me a little cardio in. And I'm proud of my eye, man. I told you, my mama and daddy gave me some of that, and the Lord gave me some gorilla skin. Because the way I set my face on fire, for all I got, just a little old mark right here, I think that's pretty good. Hopefully my color come back over there, but it's all good. Who is here? I'm working out in hotel hallways in Hollywood, Florida. That's what's up. I know you gonna get it in. I saw that. I said, man, this joker right here ain't playing. You probably running the steps and taking the steps instead of the elevator and all, Richard. You go hard, boy. I gotta try that workout in that fighter suit. If you got a suit big enough for me, I might have to try that workout you do in that suit, because I think that suit gonna kill me alone. Lord have mercy, I don't know how you do that. But that's why you the firefighter and I'm not. Because I almost burnt myself up playing with a dang on fire. Won't do that no more. But I just wanted to get on here and let y'all know, man, I hope y'all come check me out on my YouTube. I hope I'll be doing more stuff online, and hopefully when this pandemic is over with, we can get back in the community. I was thinking about maybe kicking it old school and going to Dixville and just having a day tournament. Just everybody get out there, free food. Because all it take in Brunswick is just word of mouth. Hey, we out here, we cooking. Maybe I'll bring some crabs. You know, you niggas come with them crabs out there. But anyway, we have a little tournament where I play in it. We get the guys out there on the weekend, get somebody from Longshoreman on that smoker, maybe my cousin Danky. And let's just go out there and let the kids come out. We all just hoop. If you bring a gun, I'm gonna be the one to tell on your ass. I'm gonna be the one to hand you to the police. Because we're not trying to have no violence. We're not trying to have no drama. We trying to just hoop, eat, and drink and be merry. Can we do that one day without no drama? I pray to God we can do that one day without no drama. There's gonna be kids out there. Come to Fort Worth. Yeah, we need to do that everywhere. Just go to the different hoods and just hoop. Shoot, just everybody go. If I can use my influence and get together a couple of guys and just go out there, it'd be good for some kids to see some NBA players or former NBA players. Even if you play football, you still can come out there and hoop. And let's just let them see us having a good time. We got to be the example that we can have an event and we can do something positive without some damn some gunfire or shooting going on. So that's why I avoid the club. But hopefully we can do what we're supposed to do in the park, which is enjoy the park and not bring no drama to the park. So I'll see you guys at 6 o'clock. If not, thank you for giving me your time right now. Gone.